Hi, Quadcopter 101 here. What I've got for you today is a battle of the clones. A little more than a year ago, two very popular quadcopters came out, which was the Nano QX and also the Lishitoys alias quadcopters. Both of them are toy grade, but they were very popular, very high performing quadcopters for the price range that they were at. But with that popularity, it was inevitable that clones would soon appear for those two quadcopters. What I got here is the two latest versions of those clones that have recently come out, and I'd like to show their performance. They're surprisingly low cost, but surprisingly high performing quadcopters for the price. And I'd like to demonstrate that too, showing their main features and the differences between the two. Now the first clone that we got here is the Ishin Senma CG023. By its shape, it's a clone of the Nano QX quadcopter. The Nano QX quadcopter is a high-performing little micro quadcopter like this that also has the feature of a full manual mode, which means you can do flips of it, actual full acrobatics on that quadcopter. This does not have that feature. It's mainly very maneuverable little quadcopter, but does not have a full manual mode. But it does have something that the other doesn't have, which is headless mode. It can fly. If you set a bearing and turn on the headless mode, yaw on the quadcopter becomes irrelevant to the direction of the quadcopter's flying. You fly strictly by pitch and roll commands and can do pirouettes in the sky while you're flying across the sky. Keep in mind the other quadcopter that this is being a clone of does not have that feature. The Nano QX does not. This quadcopter is the Lishitoys L6052. It is a clone of the Lishitoys alias. There's a whole slew of different alias clones out there. This is the latest one that's come out. It's a very high performing quadcopter, but at a very low price. Both of these are actually a very low price. I wanted to mention that. This is only $23. This one here is around $34. Now this does not have the headless mode feature that the CG023 has, but it makes up for that in its high performance. This is a high performing quadcopter, but this is a larger high performing quadcopter. If you want something that you could fly out a little further and do your tricks, instead of this one you have to kind of keep close to you so you can maintain eye contact with it. This one you can go out a lot farther and have a lot more fun in bigger fields or bigger areas. Let's go into flight demonstration and demonstrate both of these. One thing also before we go into that demonstration I want to mention, this is a great night flyer. It has very bright LEDs on all surfaces, on each of the arms, on the back. It has a real bright red LED that gives you a low voltage warning. You can see this easily in the night. It's brighter than the moon. It's extremely bright. This one, you can hardly see its LEDs. It's got, where are these LEDs on this thing? I just saw them a second ago. But they are very difficult to, oh, here they are. They're on the nose and on the tail. I think these are blue at night, and these ones in the back are red. And they're very difficult to see. Very, very difficult to see. This is not a good night flyer, so I don't recommend it for that. But it is a very maneuverable little quadcopter in the daylight, especially outdoors. Both of these are great outdoor flyers. That's where they really shine. That's where I recommend you fly them. But let's go into some demonstration flights right now. Enough talk. Okay, the quadcopter's been bound. This is the controller for the CG023. There it is on the ground, that little thing there. We're going to go right to 60% mode. It has 20, 60, 100%. We'll go to 60. And let's see this thing accelerate, if it can accelerate. There it goes off in the sky. Yes, it can. Very good accelerator. But where this shines is its yaw rates. Going to 100. And bring it in close. Look at that yaw rate. This has a higher yaw rate than the L6052. In fact, I've never seen a quadcopter in this price range, under 100, I guess, that can yaw like this can. But it's controllable yaw. If you want to fly around in it, you can. It doesn't get twitchy on you. This transmitter is very nice and proportional, with the exception of the throttle. The throttle is a little twitchy, especially for indoor flying, but outdoors, very nice proportional quadcopter. I'm in 100%. Very easy to fly at 100%, but let's go into full yaw. That's full yaw on the quadcopter. I'm just going to fly this all at 100% for this whole flight. A great little quadcopter, very proportional, really nice controller. You usually don't see that in a $20 quadcopter, that they give you a controller like this. So this is a great, if you're into micros, you're going to love this. Okay, let's go do flips. Bring it in close. Can do multiple flips too. Let's bring it in, go up high. Very fun little flyer. But so is the other one I'm going to show you here shortly. But for $23, you cannot beat this quadcopter. You know, it's this and the other one, the L6052, I think are the best deals you can get currently in a high performance sport quadcopter at low cost. under $50. Amazing little quadcopter for the price. So that battery's still going strong. You know, the lights, I said about the lights, you can't see them at night when you're flying, but I can see them in daylight if you keep it overhead. See, they're very easy to see if the quadcopter is directly overhead. So every once in a while, I'll fly overhead to check the low voltage warning. And I think it might be flashing right now. Hold on. No, it's still going. Still going strong. Yeah, I really like this quadcopter, and so do others that have been reviewing it. I think if you look, you'll see that most people do like this. It's a really good quad for $23. Going downfield, and it has reasonable range too. Surprisingly good range for a little thing like this. Oh, by the way, some people like to see this, what I'm doing to do these pirouettes. It's full pitch, full left rudder, or that was right rudder. You know, let's do the same with the left rudder, full pitch, full right rudder, adjust the throttle as needed to keep in the air. To do flips, right button, pull back, right button, pull back, right button, push forward, right button, push left, right button, push right. Can do lots of flips with this if you like flips. A lot of people do, I guess. Very easy to do flips. Oh, headless mode, I haven't even shown that. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let's point in that direction. Activating headless mode. Oops, reset the direction. Let's come bring it back in again. Okay, that's going to be my base direction. You point it in the base direction, then activate headless mode, and now that's front and back, and I can do pirouettes. Just fly around with pirouettes. Yaw has no effect on the direction it flies in when it's in headless mode. That is the base heading, and that will all be the base heading as long as I'm in headless mode, and all flight is controlled by pitch and roll only. I'm coming back from the base heading, and there goes the battery. But that's headless mode. I'm sorry I didn't demonstrate that earlier, but that's a neat feature that this quadcopter has. Okay, let's go into the L6052 and demonstrate its flight performance. But again, the biggie on this one, extremely maneuverable little quadcopter for $23. Forgot to mention, spare batteries for both of these quadcopters are dirt cheap. For the CG023, which I was just been flying, spare batteries run $2. For the L6052, you can use these Force Powers from Banggood. They run about $3. So get yourself lots of batteries if you buy one of these, so you can keep on flying and enjoying your quadcopters. And let's go for a flight. Inserting the battery. Batteries inserted. Okay. Quadcopter's been bound. Let's go for a flight. Going to high. Now this one, although very maneuverable, yeah, the little CG023 is much more maneuverable, but this is still pretty good. It does funnels very well too, but not like the CG023. So if you're into funnels, this is how fast you can, the L6052 can do funnels. But being a bigger quadcopter, you can see it much easier. Maintain orientation much easier. So if you're a beginner, you actually might want this one over that little 023. If you're an intermediate flyer, either one of these is great. You're going to want both of these actually. Okay, can this do flips? Of course. Does them very well. Let's bring it in closer so you can see those. We'll do side flips. Come down here. Let's see your side flips. So great quadcopter. The L6052. Mid-size quadcopter. I guess these are called minis. And CG023 is called a micro. But again, this one does not have headless mode. It's just a good sports flyer. Lishitoys alias clone. Let's fly sideways with it. You can do this with all quadcopters. I'd just like to demonstrate it with this one. Sideways flying, and even backways flying. Backwards flying. Takes a little practice, but anybody can do this with a little practice. Direction is irrelevant with the quadcopter. You can fly in any direction, by the way. Backwards flying. Backwards funnels. Backwards left corner funnels. Sideways funnels. Front right corner funnels. Front funnel. Come back here. Get up close so we can see that. Transitioning to the back funnel. See how I did that? All the way back, and I'm right rudder full. Let's go left rudder full. Great quadcopter, L6052. Both of them great quadcopters. Again, this one's 34. It's a clone of the Lishitoys alias. And CG023, like its number, is around $23. Clone of the Nano QX. Again, replacement batteries $2 for the CG023. Replacement batteries for this one are about $3. Try to find replacement batteries for the ones that these are being clones of, and you're not going to be paying that price. But again, with that low price, you know, I only get about 5 minutes flight time flying like this for both of them. If you fly a little less aggressive, you probably get more flight time. My arms are getting tired trying to hold this up here, by the way. Come down. L6052. And its lights are blinking. There's a low voltage light. Let me show you that. See the low voltage light? But I'm still going to fly it for a little bit more. You get plenty of time with this. Okay, time to land this thing. L6052. Well, that's the Battle of Clones. Hope you enjoyed the flight.